Hi, my name's Neeraj and I'm a pharmacist, and I must have dished out thousands of weight loss pills in my time, and the truth is that they have horrendous side effects and most of them don't work permanently. So I've actually turned my attention now to looking for holistic solutions for helping people lose weight. And today I'm joined with my good friend Marisa, who's actually one of the UK's top weight loss therapists. So we're going to actually talk about an amazing new program that Marisa's put together called Perfect Weight Forever. And we're just going to ask a few questions to find out more about it. So, hi Marisa.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Excellent. So, why is it that diet pills and all these diet fads out there on the internet or out in the world today, why is it they don't work?
The reason diet pills don't work is because overeating is a habit of action that is run by a habit of thought. So compulsive eating, binge eating, that's a habit of action, but what's running that is a thought process. No one ever says, I binge on lettuce, or once I start eating celery, I just can't stop. In my 30 years, people say to me, I can't stop eating cookies. Once I open a packet of potato chips, I can't stop. I can eat a whole tub of ice cream and then open a second one. So this is a habit of action, but it's run by a habit of thought. When you change the thought process, you're cured forever. So if you've ever been made to eat something like kidneys or liver or sprouts or semolina and found it disgusting, you can never eat it again because you changed your habit of thought. Some people say, one of my friends are saying that she started to keep chickens for eggs and now she can't eat chickens ever because she's kind of in love with these chickens. So she's changed her habit of thinking. When you change your habit of thinking, the action goes away forever. If anyone here has ever been over the toilet bringing up mushroom risotto or prawns, they'll go, I can't eat that again for the rest of my life. And even though they actually want to eat it later, they'll find they just can't. Because when you change your habit of thought, you change the habit of action forever. Diet pills don't touch your thinking. Diet pills suppress your appetite, so you can't eat chocolate. But the minute you stop taking the pills, you go back to eating the chocolate. We know that diet pills have a massive failure rate. They suppress your appetite, and guess what? Whatever you suppress will eventually motivate you. So the more you starve yourself or suppress your appetite with pills, the minute you stop, you eat more than ever. And we know they don't work, and we know the side effects are terrible and can even be life-threatening. And why would you even bother when just changing your thinking would change your life? No vegan wakes up and says, oh my God, today I must try really, really hard not to eat bacon, or it's so hard not to eat those beef burgers at work. Their thought says, I can't eat a living creature. That isn't right or wrong. It's proof that you're not what you eat, you're what you think. And if you want to change the way you eat, if you want to be your perfect way forever, guess what? Change your thinking. It only works. It works for the rest of your life. And one of the reasons I know it works is because it works for me. When I was in my 20s, I couldn't keep chocolate in my house. I couldn't even keep jam or confectionery or cookies. I couldn't even keep bread or cereal in my house because I'd eat all of it. And now I keep loads of that stuff in my house. I don't even look at it. I'm indifferent to it. And it's so liberating. But I didn't change what I did. I changed what I thought. And that changed my whole life. And it's going to change all the people that come onto this program's life too. Because it really works.
So can you tell us a bit more about your amazing method that's had so much success right now? It's been on TV. We've seen all these amazing case studies. How does it work? Why does it work so well?
One of the reasons my method works so incredibly well is because we are all born normal about food. When you were in your mother's womb, when my little baby was in my womb, food is available 24 hours a day. And babies are born with an interesting belief, and this is it. Food's always there, I have it later. You can never make newborns overeat. When they've had enough, they stop. If I would give my stepchildren or godchildren, if they ask for an ice cream and I give it to them, they give it back after 4 bites. When I used to do my daughter's birthday parties, all the children go, I want a piece of cake, I want a piece of cake, I want a piece of cake. And they clamour for the cake, and you hand out the paper plate with the cake. They take 4 bites and go off to play because their mindset says, that's always there, I'll have it later. And that's a good thing. And you'll find that naturally skinny people will have half a packet of candy in their handbag, or they'll have dishes of potato chips on their counter and don't eat them because their belief is it's always there. When you start to go, this is naughty food and this is bad food and I mustn't eat it, guess what happens? You increase the desire. So the more you try to resist something, the more you want it. And the more you get into this mindset, I mustn't have that and I can't have it, your body now starts to make you really, really want it. So we know that dieting doesn't work. In fact, science has proved that diets have a 2% success rate, which means, guess what? They have a 98% failure rate. We know the most time anyone can stay on a diet is 6 weeks, and that's optimistic. So what my program does is it reactivates what you were born with, an ability to leave food. I've never met a 2-year-old that goes, I ate 2 biscuits, yes, I've got to run around the nursery today and burn off that fat, or today I must try really hard not to eat candy. So it gives you back something amazing, an ability to be indifferent to food. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference and disinterest. And then you can be around cupcakes and cookies and just think, yeah, I'll have those when I'm 65 or 75 or 85. What my program really does is it sets up a dialogue with your mind. So for instance, this bride wrote to me and said, I've been trying to lose weight, I've got this dress, it's too small, and I thought I'd go on a diet and get thinner, and I'm actually getting fatter every week, and I don't know what I'm going to do because I can't get on it. It doesn't fit me, and I haven't got enough money to buy another one. And I said, well, what happened? She goes, well, every time I go to the store, I go to the biscuit aisle, I look at my favourite cookies and go, oh, I love you, you're my favourite, I'm just going to buy you and eat one. And then, of course, she eats the whole packet. And so I said, okay, so next time you go to the cookie aisle, you look at the cookie and you go, you are nice, I do like you, but I like fitting into my dress way more. And I've got one day to look amazing in this dress. I've got 50 years to eat these double chocolate Dutch cookies. Anyway, she said that was so effective. She didn't buy them. She fitted into the dress. She looked amazing. And she said it was really weird because after the wedding and the honeymoon, I went to the store to buy them. I went up to them and I just thought, no, I'm so over you. I don't even want you anymore. And she said it was amazing that the dialoguing took away the desire. So saying, I mustn't have you is like saying I mustn't scratch my nose. The more you say it, the more you think about it. But saying, I could have you. When I'm 95, I might have loads of you, but right now, I am choosing to look amazing in my clothes. So it sounds kind of weird that you change your thinking, but I still do that. When people come up to me and go, oh, here's some candy, I go, looks nice, but doesn't look as nice as when I get on the scales every day, and I'm always my perfect weight. So my brain understands. I don't fight to resist food. I did. From 14 to 30, I was always starving, binging, starving, denying myself stuff, punishing myself, and then eating masses of it. And it's fair to say that I was consumed by food. I'd always wake up and think, oh, I wish I hadn't eaten that, or I shouldn't have eaten that, or today I'm not going to eat that. And it is a form of torture, and now I just wake up and I have what I want, but I've got my brain to want really nice, healthy food. I have no interest in a Krispy Kreme donut. I would have done once, but it's a great ability to make your mind indifferent to stuff and to understand that your body doesn't even want it. Your body never goes, yay, I want colorants, chemicals, preservatives, pesticides, junk. That's your mind. And it's a mindset you had when you were 5 or 6 or 7, which is why people go, oh, when I'm down, I want pizza, or I want cookies, or I want cereal. No one ever says, when I'm down, I want a bit of grilled trout with some wilted spinach on the top. That would never work because we have taste receptors here. And when you're a little baby and your mum picks you up and feeds you milky, creamy, fatty, sweet milk, it meets every need you have. You feel loved, you feel significant, you feel connected. And whenever you're out of sorts, your mind goes, I know, eat something like children's food and it'll make you happy. But when you weigh 500 pounds, it doesn't make you happy. I mean, I have clients who eat like cheesecakes in tears because they're so obese. And eating it is making them cry, but they're still eating it. because the body doesn't want it, but the mind is stuck in this loop. That makes me happy, I need to eat it, I've eaten it, now I'm unhappy, I'll eat some more of it, and now I'm even more unhappy. But what perfect weight forever does is like, oh yeah, I could have that, but I'm choosing not to, and the weight's dropping off me, and hey, I'm really happy, and guess what? I can even have it in the house for my kids, and I'm just indifferent to it. And it's really nice to have the freedom to just eat normally, like nature wanted you to eat.
Fantastic. So that sounds amazing. So how does this actually work? Like what do we find inside the program itself?
So I've had clients fly me all over the world to get them in shape for their wedding, for a film they're in, for a rock concert they're performing in. And I've always helped people to lose weight and become slimmer, but I've never really been able to help people individually, which I love doing. I mean, occasionally I'll meet someone at an airport who'll come up and they might ask me a question, and if I've got 10 minutes, I'll help them. But it's a lovely thing that now, because of modern technology, I can help everybody. So what the program does for you, it's rather like having a personal session with me. The program is going to ask you some questions. How old were you when you thought you were heavy? How old were you when you couldn't leave food, or when food started to control you? And it's going to identify what was going on with you. And then when it's identified what's going on with you, it's going to cure you. You see, a lot of diets do this. We're all addicted to food, or we all eat emotionally. There are at least 6 types of overeaters. There's emotional overeaters, angry overeaters, destructive overeaters, habitual overeaters, and ignorant overeaters too, who aren't ignorant, but their beliefs about food certainly are. And you cannot do a one-size-fits-all. Like, you'll see that a lot of men eat very differently. Most men don't go, oh, I need ice cream, I need cookies. They think I need a burger and fries and pizza and beer. And so what I've done is identified all the different types, 6 to 8 types of overeaters. And I'm going to talk to you and identify immediately, it's really simple, what type of overeater you are. And then, even better, I'm going to cure you. So it's like having a personal session. You have a download, you listen to it. The download will get your mind to show you what happened, because we all come onto the planet normal about food. And you just listen to it. It's not scary, it's really nice. And the download will simply have you remember. For instance, I had a grandmother who loved me. But every time I saw her, she'd make cakes and candy and give me chocolate. And eventually I would walk in her house, and the minute I opened the door, she'd open the cake tin. It was like this synchronicity. And eventually I couldn't even get in her house without wanting cakes. And every time I saw her, I wanted cakes. And then whenever I was unhappy, I could eat so many cakes, because she didn't mean to, but she trained me to see cakes were love. So if I wasn't getting love, I'd eat cakes. And then I got fat, and then I definitely wasn't getting any love. So that didn't work. So what it will do for you is that it will show you how, where, why you went from being normal about food to not. And then it will show you exactly how to cure that. And it really is a cure. And it will give you some little things to think. And the thing I love the most about my program, it isn't work. You know, I look at some programs, they go, okay, you know, write out 100 affirmations, or do 600 sit-ups, or make all these diet salads and chop up lettuce. That's really work. I want you to change instantly while you're listening to the download. And I want it to be easy, because it's so easy for me. So it's going to take you through a process where you discover very quickly how this happened. And I'm a great believer that understanding is power. The minute you understand how and where and why, then you are already empowered to fix it. And then it does fix it. It tells your brain different things. You'll always have another day to eat cookies. You're able to look at pizza and go, no thanks, not really into that. And it really works. And then you become your perfect weight forever. And it's a real win-win, because it isn't anything. I mean, my methods are kind of magical and new and very different and innovative, but really it's giving you back what you were born with. You know, even if, you know, I spend a lot of time in Africa, you see lions, they kill a wildebeest, but when they've had enough, they walk away. They don't binge on it. They don't eat again for a day and a half, because their brain's like, I've had enough now. Whereas we like, okay, I've had some ice cream, but I need more, and we can't leave food because food companies have done a lot of damage. They kind of have brainwashed people. You know, they say on Pringles, bet you can't eat just one. Imagine if they said that on a bottle of whiskey. We'd be outraged. And they make you believe that you can't leave food, you can't have just one. We call candy bars heaven, divine, love, heroes, celebrations. You are being brainwashed to believe that that food makes you happy, happy, happy. And the more junky, chemically full of sugar it is, I mean, McDonald's call their food Happy Meals. Some confectionery companies call their candy bars fun size. That isn't a mistake. A lot of money goes into brainwashing you to want junk food when you're unhappy. And actually, what I've done is exactly the same thing, but I'm brainwashing you not to want it. And it's really effective. But the nicest thing is that it is so permanent and it isn't work. It just works. A lot of people say, I don't know what you've done. Like Anna on Super Size, Super Skinny, what have you done to my brain? I'm looking at all this bread, it looks nice, but I can't eat it. So I was on a plane recently and the stewardess was giving me chocolate. I said, I don't eat chocolate. She went, oh, I wish I could do that. And I said, well, I didn't always do that, but now I don't eat. I mean, I do eat it sometimes, which is so lovely because I can eat a bit and leave it for months. I could never do that once. But it's such a great freedom to go, yeah, I don't eat that, or I'll have that another time or later. So it will do for you everything you want and so much more. And of course it's a real win-win because then you love your body, and when you love your body you don't really want to eat a whole packet of taco chips. You want to eat better food. And people go, oh, isn't it really expensive to eat healthy food? No, it really isn't. It's actually cheaper than eating all that junk. And you feel better, and you look younger too. Your skin looks great, you have energy, you get to go and hang out at the pool with your kids without thinking, oh God, I feel really fat. And it's just nice. You get to really like your body and want to look after it instead of punishing it with stuff that it doesn't want, never asks you for and hates, but that your mind is in a loop with thinking, it makes me happy, even though you know it makes you really unhappy.
Fantastic.
Because it's an audio program that you just put into your ears, it's so easy because you can put it on while you're commuting to work, you can put it on when you're on the train, on the bus, you can put it on when you're in the bath, you can put it on when you're lying in bed, you can put it on when you're walking around the house, you can even go for a walk and have it on. You don't have to take time out of your day to watch a video. It's an audio program, and the audio program takes you back to negative patterns and cures them, and then it just repeatedly tells you how normal you are about food, how easy it is for you to leave food, and it actually makes you feel delighted to leave food. It makes you feel really powerful. You get very quickly that food can never control you, and you just listen to it, and everyone has 15 minutes to listen to something. And of course it isn't one audio program, we give you a whole selection, we give you different audio programs, not too many. We give you 4 to 6 because you have a bit of variety and you can change them around. And of course, again, different people have different eating issues. But you just put it on your iPad or your phone and listen to it, and it works. And the other thing is, it can work instantly. People say, how will I know? Well, lots of my clients will say, you know, I saw you. I left, I went into the garage to get some candy, the petrol station, and I came out with a bottle of water and was like, what was that all about? Because often it works instantly. You know, one of my clients said, you know, it's so weird, I can't, if they give me a coffee and it has the bit of chocolate, I have to send it back, I cannot even look at chocolate. One of my other clients was saying that for a while she couldn't make her daughter sandwiches because she became so averse to bread, and I had to rework her with that so she could make them for other people. So for many people it works instantly, and also you'll see results really, really quickly. You'll see from the testimonials how fast it can work. And again, I say this a lot because it's true, it never wears off, ever. There is some hypnosis in the program, and some people are very scared of hypnosis because they think someone else is controlling their mind, and it's really not like that. Perfect weight is not me. taking over your mind and controlling it. It's just giving you what you want to have. So Perfect Weight Forever is so much more than hypnosis. It's what I call almost rewiring your mind to be normal about food, reprogramming, reconditioning your mind to leave food, reactivating and remanifesting that ability you were born with. But it's not about someone else controlling you, waving a swinging watch and making you feel that you have no power. If anything, it's empowering you, and it's not going to send you to sleep, but it is going to wake you up to normal eating and having your perfect weight forever and having some energy. So it's not going to send you to sleep or anything freaky or crazy or scary. It's going to wake you up to being normal about food, the way you're meant to be for the rest of your life. And you'll love it.